back, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce and welcome our second chief guest for today, Mr. Sumnesh Joshi, Deputy Director General, Joint Secretary Level, Government of India, Ministry of Communication, Government of India. Mr. Sumnesh Joshi, an officer from the Indian Telecom Service, currently serves as Deputy Director General at Joint Secretary level in the Ministry of Communication, Department of Telecommunication, Mumbai, with over 25 years of experience. He specializes in expanding 5G users case, IoT, and policy implementation for telecom network rollout. He leads initiative to integrate AI/ML in digital ecosystems to combat cyber threats and enhance digital public infrastructure with partners like fintech, banks, and state government department. I would like to call Mr. Sumnesh Joshi on the dais, please.
Good morning or good noon to everyone. And first of all, I would like to apologize, just not feeling well, so I couldn't make it in morning. But I wanted to come and just share my experience in the 10 minutes and here with the gathering who are working for the BFSI sector. So now, last decade, we have seen a lot of changes in the ecosystem. And specifically, when we are moving towards the Viksit Bharat 2047, the role of the BFSI sector, fintech, is very, very important. And we are delivering, maybe whatever is expected, we are delivering more than that in the BFSI sector. And thanks to the technology and the sector who is using the technology really in a very good manner to ensure that the benefit should reach to the customer. And they are creating the products as per the demand of the market. So lots of things, when we see the product, any financial product, it's very easy, convenient to use. Whatever the gaps in the system that we are removing using the technology, specifically in the banking sector or the insurance sector, right? Or loaning, because recently, this unified lending infrastructure, ULI, so this is again going to be a game changer for which we are just waiting that, yes, it will start, growing exponentially like UPI. UPI is now billions and billions of monthly transactions. No one, when we speak to any other country, they simply, the billion itself for them, it's something, when we say, okay, this is the data and the billion. So they are amazed at how we are doing the operation at this scale. And the theme of this entire, the conference, the three things I have seen, that the customer experience, innovation, and cyber security. All these three are very, very important. Maybe I will further add another dimension, that is the security and the privacy, because the recently now DPDP Act and regulation has come into the place. And we have been talking about all these things when this act was passed, and now it has seen the day of the light, and we are working. So here, we require, more and more attention. So what next? Because the new technology stack, AI/ML, 5G, and Internet of Things, and the kind of, digital public good infrastructure we are having right now in our system. And many products are there, but still, we have to think that when we speak to the customers or resident, they require more products. So sometimes, I think that everything is going smooth, yeah, everyone is happy, but now what next? Where we should innovate, right? So the feedback mechanism is very, very important. I don't know, many, companies, or of course, all of you are taking the feedback of whether it's the industry customer or the normal consumer, but how we are, analyzing the data. Whether the data we are collecting is simply, okay, we have solved your problem to a certain extent, give us marks 10, 9, 8, and then we are saying my system is not working perfectly or not. See, sometimes when we say a call center concept, So what is happening, call center comes at that, yes, okay, we have to ensure that the solution should be given. And you are taking the feedback, you are getting 10 on 10, excellent marks. So, but it doesn't mean, but further analysis, why the problems are coming, what is the root cause. So based on the feedback and whether the number of complaints are reducing or not on particular aspect, because ultimately if some problem is coming continuously, and that if we can solve, so it should stop, but it's keep coming. And we are happy that we are able to resolve the problem in 1 hour or 1 day. See, this is not the, expected. What we want, why it is coming, even for a minute or for, so all these things, and what type of products. And we are happy that, yes, I have designed the product and there are takers and I am making the money. But there are people that who are not able to get that product because the data you required or maybe the certain, validation you required, maybe the customer is not able to fulfill or there are some issues. So sometimes, if we take the proper feedback and give it back through the industry or it should come to the government also. See, all we have to work in a 360 degree. Then only we can find out that, yes, this is the requirement and we can solve this issue using the technology. So one of the important, aspect is the cyber security, where I would like to touch because the recent initiative that Ministry of Communication has taken, and recently Honorable Minister of Communication, Jyotiradittya Scindia ji launched a Sanchar Sathi app. Because that Sanchar Sathi portal was available where you can report this unsolicited call and the phishing messages or WhatsApp messages or any call you are receiving. You can report. So you have to log in and then you have to report. So what's happening that there's the inertia that, yes, because nowadays we all are, tech savvy, everyone is having the mobile phone in the hand. And so how to, open the browser, go to the website, then open the link and then log in, mobile, OTP. So, it's the inertia. Maybe you want to report the complaint, but छोड़ दो क्या जाता है. I know मेरा कुछ नहीं होगा, right? But we have to give the feedback. But now with this app, immediately it's the application. If you can install in the phone, iOS or Android, immediately you can report, right? And you can help to strengthen the entire ecosystem. And we can combat all this cyber crimes, cyber threats, particularly in the BFI sector. And really, the other side is, I can say, they are also innovative. They are also finding out so many things that because the data leak is everywhere and they are professional, they are so sophisticated, even better than your salesperson, that sometimes you have to think that, yes, the person is genuine. And you are believing in that person, and then we end up, paying or losing the money. So to combat this is an initiative of Ministry of Communication, Sanchar Sathi, this app. So maybe BFSI sector can help to promote this app amongst their customers. And parallelly, we have to train our employees also that to further tell the customers that there's a certain communication, how to ensure that communication has come from you only. See, there are methods. Maybe sometimes OTP is coming on the mail and OTP is coming on the call. Or so all these things, maybe you all are aware about how, they are taking the OTPs. Sometimes we say how it's happening. It's very safe. But knowingly, unknowingly, sometimes maybe the call merging or maybe, sometimes the screen sharing and the OTP is going. So people are not aware what's happening and how OTP is getting leaked and my money is siphoned off. So this is one area where we have to work together. And another area, of course, that I will not go into the detail, that privacy and consent-driven architecture that we have to ensure, because there's a heavy penalties if the data, will be used or leaked. So the privacy is of the utmost importance. And now, in this scenario, in the data-driven economy, where data is very important and privacy is very important, so what we require, robust mechanism to authenticate, right? So maybe using the AI/ML model, you can, all the industry are doing. So of course, you are measuring the risk pattern of the consumer or the industry or entity. And using this AI/ML data now for the individual when you design a product, Ultimately, it's a consumer's choice, so maybe we can leave it on the consumer. But as an entity also, we can educate the consumer that, yes, this is the risk, and these are the method you can validate yourself. So you have to give the multi-factor authentication. It's not only simple OTP or now Aadhaar. Recently, now UIDAI has, I think just 2 days before, big conference here in Mumbai with all the stakeholders, they showcased the face authentication. And now 100 crore face authentications are happening because it's a new game changer. We 1 year before this was started, it was told that it's going to be game changer because now mobile is having the camera and face authentication. So one can use the face authentication even in the self-assisted manner. And the best part is the government is reaching out to the industry. It's not that industry has to tell the government that now what next, or maybe the policy has been made. So MIT is taking the initiative and going to the industry through various conference, roundtables, discussions, consultation with the industry, that these are the things that we have designed, and we give the feedback or use it. Ministry of Communication is continuously engaging with the industry that where they can promote all those initiatives and taking care. UIDAI is reaching to the industry. So, and what I would like to say that please make use of all the initiatives taken by the government and give the feedback and take the feedback from the last mile also and make the consumer happy. If consumer is happy and your product is good, and in today's data-driven scenario, because you have to just ensure that customer is of the different, but you can technical term you can define the customer in many attributes, right? Maybe literate, unliterate, technically literate, technical illiterate, financially illiterate. See, we don't know, the definitions are different. So now, but now models are available. So design the system and give the best service. So thank you very much, and I hope that this conference will be a great and lots of things you are going to learn from it. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would request Mr. Nishant Pradhan, Chief AI Officer, Mira Asset Global Investment, to do the felicitations, please.